Hey folks, welcome to another DevStream VOD archive. Before getting into it, I wanted to call out that the game is now playable. There's a link in the description, so please check it out and let me know what you think. And please consider liking this video and leaving a comment, because it really helps with the algorithm. Thanks. So, last time I had just gotten back from 2 weeks of moving, so I was getting back into it. And I guess what we mainly did was just playtesting, and then sort of like bucketed all the future work to like define, okay, what does done look like? What are the milestones on the way to done? And we came up with this right here. And I think this is a good roadmap. We'll see if it actually makes it to the to the end, because I've had a few roadmaps before that you just grow out of sort of your plans run into reality, and then you got to modify the plans. But as we get closer to the end, plan should be increasingly representative, or at least that would be the hope. So current version of the game is 0.2, and we're working on 0.3 today, which I guess the biggest sort of like buckets are feedback. That's like audio and visual primarily. So like audio and visual cleanup. Items, where we don't necessarily have to like do a balancing pass, but we want to anything that's like actually crashing, actually fully broken, we want to fix. And the things that are like so minor that they don't feel like they're even worth ever getting, we want to make them more significant. If that means they need to cost more money, fine. And then there's just some other stuff like miscellaneous bugs, making controller work with the menu, and getting up some automated testing, because as we build out the content, the manual testing burden is just going to grow to be bigger and bigger. And it's not even that like, okay, we can get it. It's going to be that we're basically not going to be able to test at a certain point unless we're ready to spend hours and hours doing multiple playthroughs of the entire game. So we need at least some kind of automated testing, regression detection, so that we're not worried that every single change we make might have unintended consequences. And that's so interesting. OneNote can be controlled by a controller. But yeah, just some basic automated testing can, catch things like crashes, stuff not working as intended, or like, and just flagging those things. Because if we're being real, I would have to be doing that huge round of testing myself after every change to have a cool, clear idea of where bugs were introduced. That's just not realistic. So we need to be able to like ship every new little incremental build off to a designated, build and testing computer where tests just run by themselves, and it sends me back a report that says like, hey, everything looks good except dash test number 3, and then I can open up the dash stuff and see like, okay, what is test number 3 testing, and how might have that been affected by whatever new change I just introduced. So yeah, that's the roadmap looking forward. In terms of like what we're gonna do on stream, I think we don't want to do audio because like a lot of audio is just like me opening up this giant pile of audio assets I have and listening to like 80 things to like find the 3 noises I want for whatever. And that just doesn't make good stream content. Item fixes maybe would be decent stream content, but we're gonna defer that for now. Automated testing as well, I think, could potentially fit, like writing automated test cases. But I think before I do that, I want to get like whatever overarching framework, whatever is being used to facilitate the automated tests in place first. And then once that's all nice and solid, then yeah, we can maybe come in and add a round of automated tests as a part of a session of work on stream. So yeah, today we're gonna look at some of the visuals we want to do. Which we're going to try and get a general enemy death animation that spawns particles and also just does something more than shrinking. We want damaging bosses to feel more impactful. And we also want to add the general framework for an item to like spawn effects or spawn effects or flash in the UI or something like that. I think flashing in the UI will be a good first step that everything can kind of just do by default. Maybe we can have it grow and shrink as well, and just like use the crap out of that grow and shrink script. But it's important that it's done in a way where I'm not going through like 20 different, I mean, it's hard to explain, but basically you want some base class function that can be overridden to just for to make it easier for things to say, here's what I want to happen when my effect triggers. And then we just like call that in the context of whatever code is relevant to that specific item's functionality. Okay, so gonna start with like 1 or 2 rounds, maybe 3 of playtesting here. Just to keep trying to catch those bugs. It just helps me get back into it for one, and also while I don't have that automated testing framework, it helps me stay ahead of potential regressions. So yeah, let's start with the tutorial. Let's also adjust the sound here. They're like the volumes. I think this is too quiet. Alright, so we're going through the tutorial. La da da. Everything seems fine. I guess it's like kind of weird that why is this effect not moving at all as a part of the tutorial? I don't really care, but I think I should either under tutorial hide effect or have it move upwards as if in a normal level. It's weird that it's just down there. It looks weird and wrong. So it's telling us to jump. Telling us we can jump up through stuff. Grab ledges. Tell us about jump attack. Dash. I wonder how hard it would be to make it so we're sure there's a burrower at that point. I don't think it's that important, and a lot of times you just get lucky, but let's have burrowers spawn at message point that talks about things you can't dash through. You know, I just feel like maybe the message changed a bit too quickly. Stretch out the message transition area. It just feels a bit too quick if you're ascending at a normal pace. Okay, let's get into a main playthrough. I just feel like maybe the risk and the reward isn't there on money yet. That's something we can potentially address as a part of the item changes. Maybe there's just not enough good stuff to buy. I feel like if I'm... Well, let's test this hypothesis. If it just like feels fun and natural to try and grab coins. But what if I just ignore coins and enemies and like the only thing I care about is getting to the end as quickly and safely as possible? I think I can win the game like this, and not only can I win the game like this, I bet this is the optimal way to play. Maybe that's something that is just going to require later levels. I guess it's going to require later levels and with more difficulty, and also items that like meaningfully help you, you know, mitigate that difficulty. Because we see right now, I haven't got hit once. Sure, I can't buy any items, but who cares if I just like don't need any items? We'll see if that holds through our first boss here. Oh, that guy got stuck in a wall. I don't think I've ever seen that happen. I think that was a ceiling fall guy. Got stuck in a wall. At least he disappears eventually. Got hit there, but didn't. And accidentally did a really good bait on the dash attack there. Good time stop at the end there saves the day. Alright, we're gonna continue on the strategy of just ignoring everything, just making it to the end. Makes me think of that, well, I guess I'm listening to the soundtrack now, but thinking of Nuclear Throne. Like the cardinal rule of nuclear throne is don't get baited by items. Because like a lot of the time when you get hit, it's due to you like going into a more dangerous situation than you should have gone in, usually with the purpose of picking up some items, whether that be experience or some healing or ammo. But you know, you can eventually run out of ammo if you're not getting experience and you're not getting better guns in the later levels. You're just not gonna make it. Like, you're not gonna be taking down the throne with the base pistol unless you know you're incredible at the game. So maybe this money thing here is just like a scaling problem. We did get hit once, we did not perfect. But it does still feel like this is going a lot safer and a lot more consistent than a typical run where I'm like actually trying to break open bits and stuff goes. And to fix that, we need items to be better. Your reward for going out into more danger. Because like there's no way around it being more dangerous. It's always going to be more dangerous. So it needs to be a winning, a worthwhile thing on the other side to reward you for surviving that increased level of danger. Already got this guy's butt flashing white when you hit him. This is the dangerous part. Probably got 1 or 2 more cycles of hits with 5 health. I think I got this. Just want to clear a lot of these spiders. Hit him in the back. Hit him again. Oh, I should have jump attacked him there. Okay, wait for it. Alright, we stop time now. Oh no, we just barely missed him. Alright, we got him. But yeah, 4 hits remaining. Never needed any healing, never needed any stuff. So I think I'm gonna make a note of that. I believe in like one of the later versions, like 0.4 or 0.5, it's in the cards to work on high score and leaderboards, so that could maybe help as well, where like part of the appeal of going into a little bit more danger to get like points and stuff is a metagame appeal of trying to get a good score. But I still think we want to work to rebalance this a little bit. And strategy is ignoring all coins / monsters and just going straight up for the top always. This can be mitigated by making items more appealing, killing monsters, and killing monsters more rewarding. However, or I should put some degree of this hopefully will be mitigated by higher difficulty later levels, where it's more important to have collected some items and some money for healing. Still, this should be kept in mind when doing item, money, rebalance, as part of 0.3. Alright, let's start over, but this time let's actually like try and get as much money as we can. We have the same audio issues we've been hitting before, which is somewhat to be expected, just happens sometimes. We need to fix that. It didn't get a lot of work in this past week just because I was finishing up unpacking, although I am pretty much done now. I just have 2 tasks left, which would be, I got like some pictures and like posters and stuff like that to hang up, so like getting some stuff on the walls. This is the last like house decorating thing. You know, I need curtains for the thing going out to my patio. I just count that in the bucket of, you know, curtains count as stuff to put on the walls. And then the other thing is moving boxes. In addition to just like the boxes I got for moving all my existing stuff, I also I saw that warning and I did nothing. See, this is the downside of collecting a bunch of money. And now you have the threat of instant death on your tail with the thorn wall. But yeah, I need so in addition to just like a bunch of moving boxes that gotta be like broken down and recycled, I also got a bunch of I got a bed frame that came in a huge box. I got a new desk that came in 3 different huge boxes. So yeah, I am mostly done, and I will be able to get back into some more offline work this week to keep the progress rolling forward. But there is that last little task of, or I guess those last 2 tasks associated with moving in and unpacking and stuff. It'll definitely be really nice to, oh, you know what? I just thought of something. We should add, as a part of like the enemy death feedback, we should add gray, darken, gray, burrow or mushroom areas if enemy dead. It'll definitely be nice to be finally completely done with moving. Also, it's like an annoying little procedural thing. There are a few places I still need to update my address. Yeah, it's like, think about like your new space and all that, and that's exciting and whatnot, but like you don't think about like the 10 million little chores. You know, like I have accounts at like a zillion different places or whatever, and now all those accounts have the wrong address. And yeah, I get like mail forward. I did the mail forwarding thing, so like if they do send stuff to my old address, nothing bad's gonna happen. It's just gonna get forwarded. But still, mail forwarding only lasts a year, and like, I don't know, you just want that stuff to be representative, right? And like correct. You don't have to want to worry about like, oh, a year. Oh my god. You don't have to worry about like, oh, I'm just throwing so hard. But this shows the problem. Where, you know, before I hadn't gotten a single hit until like Woods 2. Ooh, that was not good. I don't like that. What happened there was I dash bonk also happens on edge of leaf platforms. Should be a bit more generous and bump you upwards atop. Upwards? Atop that platform. Alright, we're gonna try again. One more round, maybe two, depending on how far we get. But we're gonna keep up with the play style of like actually trying to get a bunch of money. I wasn't looking up. I didn't see that guy coming. Oh, got him. Like, I feel like that should be a combo. Maybe they're, you know, giving you more money or something if you can add a potential feature ad, getting a bunch of kills with a single jump dash, you know, measured in time off ground, reset when grounded, should maybe get more money. That's just another thing in like the sort of the theme I've been talking about, where the risk isn't sufficiently incentivized, I think. Being completely unrisky is too much the dominant strategy, the winning strategy. And good. Meh. Oh, that's another thing I thought of, under, I guess, items, or I guess bouncing. Shop costs should generally increase over time. It never makes sense to buy discount early, but that's the type of thing you want to reward. You should, in Squo, you should always wait for last second to get shop discount, but would prefer encouraging player to invest in shop over time, and having investment be cheaper in earlier levels would accomplish that. And I guess I can also add there, in general, probably give some additional flexibility to item design, in that you can increase money gain over time without it being such that later level shops can be completely bought out via one size fits all prices. We don't actually want any of this. And isn't that a problem? The fact that we open up a shop and see like 5 different items and none of it is even slightly appealing. Maybe the stopwatch is too good of a starting item. We want burrower since we did rat last time, and we, ooh, whoa. Almost fell there, pretty bad. Oh, the chicken almost got me there, but he didn't. Nice time stop there. Get a bunch of this money before we head out. I know the thorns are right below me. I think Burrower is the best example of where the lack of feedback is really hurting. Like, sure, he goes back down, but like, if you weren't watching his health bar, would you even know you hit him there, or did he just go back down on his own accord? I don't know why that double spurt happens sometimes. We almost got him here. I was too cowardly there. I mean, I got the hit in anyway. Oh, I should not have stayed here in the middle of the most dangerous part. Gotcha. Alright, 5 left. Being halfway through. Seems pretty good. The shimmering crystal and also the rat thing are probably the perfect testing candidates for the item did something feedback. Stuff we want to work on later today. Oh, almost got me, spiders. Let's clear out these. Ah, right into that. Oh, you know what? That made me think of something. Around enemy death, we want more consistent enemy death behavior during time stop. I think like half the enemies like stop doing everything when they're time stopped, so like they're you know, disabled collider body is just like hanging there. It's definitely not worth it to buy this. That percent probably has to be higher, but that's like a balance thing I'll leave for now. I think that's like, I don't think that putting that, I'm trying to say things and play at the same time. But I was gonna say, I don't think putting that on my notes adds that much. That's like obvious. I don't wonder what happened there. I kind of felt like my dash got eaten. But I didn't notice the circumstances well enough to be able to like describe it in a book. What? Oh, a spider came right out of the... I didn't even notice that spider burrow. We got a spider bugged out there. Hate to see it. I've been trying to... I mean, it has been getting more consistent, and like spiders being bugged out is kind of rarer than it once was. We have been fixing goddamn spider problems quite a while. Never seem to completely... Oh, we're about to die. Need a few more bits here and we can heal. What's going on with that? Are those... Oh, because they have friction. Yeah, that's fine. I It actually is expected. It does look kind of weird though. Alright, we unfortunately cannot... I feel like we just gotta do this strategy from before for the rest of the way here and beeline to the end. Oh, we don't have enough money. The downside is now we don't... Can we maybe get enough money for the rest thing? No, this is death. We just hope it rolls the spider. Oh, actually, you know what? I wonder if this... Under items... It might be because we picked extra... Oh, crap, the game is running. No, don't kill me. Alright, we paused it. Good. Items... Extra eyes... Spider reward may not be being cleared between playthroughs. Noticing bullets. Slow down somewhat unexpectedly even on restart. Because I'm pretty sure we picked extra eyes. And I think it might be that that extra eyes effect is still happening. Alright, we have 1 health to defeat the bee. That definitely is not going to happen. I think I already have notes about these blue guys not respecting time stop, so I don't need to add another note. There's that guy over there being messed up by time stop. Ah, see, I don't like these things having edges. I feel like that... Oh, I got saved by the crystal. It's like, why didn't I die there? And that's why we need item feedback, which is what we're doing today. Why is your guy's state machine so messed up? I thought I had fixed it, but I guess I didn't. Bastards. Oh, I was stuck between a rock and a hard place there. That's okay, that's okay. Alright, that's probably enough playtesting. So let's get started on the feedback stuff, starting with, first let me change this music, because I think I'm at the end of the soundtrack anyway. Okay, so, first, we want enemy death behavior. So we'll put it in this order. And we'll head over to the sandbox level. That's probably the best place to test this. Okay, so things shrink, but I kind of want them to shrink and also spin like the bee does. Like here, the bee. It's just more satisfying. Should probably spin a little bit faster, but that's fine. And those guys don't even shrink, they're doing nothing. They're just disappearing, so I don't like that. So let's just do it one at a time. Let's start with the chicken. Well, we'll start with the chicken as an example, but the first thing I'm wondering if I'm torn between overriding this, just jamming it into grow and shrink versus why is my music not coming through anymore? Is it coming through now? That's weird. It's when I specifically when I change the music. Like I'm pretty sure the nuclear throne stuff was coming through. Do I have another tab open perhaps? Over here maybe? No. Here? Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I just made it more permissive where it's allowed to find a different title and stuff. What if I put it back on nuclear throne? Does that make any difference? No, I didn't expect it would. Huh. Oh, it was just too quiet, I think. Yeah, I need to... Interesting, interesting. And I guess Chrono Trigger is just quieter than no, I'll turn everything up and then I can turn it down on my actual headset. So that we end up at like roughly the same. Oh no, that's just turning my headset control is just going on that anyway. That's weird. I wonder why that's like that. I guess I'll get rid of the extent to which it's there you go. All right. Dun dun. So chickens. I think it's maybe just easiest to make a new component that's like spin on death. Might even have it already. So let's see if where would that be? We under scripts, maybe misc, do after delay, on damage, on destroy, destroy on death, destruction counter, play animation. See, we could use play animation, but I don't want to have to make an animation for everything, and I don't want to have to go through, even if I had a common animation, I don't want to add it to every animation controller. That seems annoying. So I think the play here is yeah, a new script. I don't know if this is the right pattern, but I'm like increasingly finding myself just how useful grow and shrink has been, and the problems I've had with trying to animate and like key on scale sometimes. I'm increasingly attracted to when it comes to just like simple moments that can be described programmatically, just having a script do them and saving the animator for more complicated things, like if you want to send out an event you can respond to. If you need a bunch of properties to change together in unison in a specific way. Call this spin on death. Is there like a death? Let's take a look at destroy on death. It's a type of destroyer, I guess. I don't think that's actually necessary. I don't think the base class gets us anything here. So we'll listen to our health. Or actually, we'll listen to our destroyer. Right? What is better? Well, no, let's listen to the health. Get our health, whether it's a sibling or a child. And then same health on death. Equals on death. Oh, it did it right, and I said don't do that. And then we also have on destroy, we unsubscribe from that just to be safe. Yeah, it already knows what I want to do. Okay. So, on death, I guess if it has a rigid body, we can just give it torque. Why don't we get a rigid body, but maybe be ready if it might not have one? Oh, let's just put a random number for now. And as impulse. Else, can have a private pool translation spinning is false. Say is true. And then in an update, if we're translation spinning, then we get a rotation. And we have some const for rod speed. We'll say 10. I don't know if 10 is appropriate. We'll find out. And we can say rot plus equal rot speed times time delta time. And transform dot rotation is equal to quaternion Euler 0, 0 rot speed. Oh, we can do 0f? I didn't know that. Save me a bunch of keystrokes. And we'll add that to this chicken. Close the prefab view just in case it breaks it. Add in some chickens. Go kill them. Did not work. Unless it's just going too slow. Let's see. Okay, first thing we want to check, is it actually on these chickens? Let's pause, grab a chicken. Does he have... I don't... Oh, well, that's the... It does have spin on death. I'll zoom out just a little bit, it's too zoomed. Is it maybe... I just... Maybe this torque isn't enough? Sorry, 100. That can't be missed. Is it rotation locked, maybe? That's another possibility. It is. So when this happens, we also want to say... First of all, let's go back to 10. And then say rigid body, constraints, lock. What is constraints? What is the type of this? None. Add a note there. Too fast. So 100 would have been crazy. But cut that down to like 2, maybe. It's a bit too slow. But immediately it feels better. Like I do notice a difference. It's weird how it's like such a fine line. That's too much again. This should probably be a parameter anyway. Alright, last one I swear. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to do here is I wanna here I can show it in Paint. Let's switch Gato song. Where my boy we wanna kind of be like I want him to spin this way if I come from the left, or this way if I come from the right. So let's see what it is right now. And then we flip the sign depending. And it should still kind of work from the other perspective. Like if we're like here and we're doing a jump on him, we still want him to go this way. Okay, so right now they're rotating left. So it's this one. So we have to check now if huge using platform as player is not equal null. Say float or const float k base torque is 2.75 f, and then if we can find the player, we want to compare the player's x to our own. And if so, he's going left by default. That's this one. So if the player is to our left, we want to go the other way. And the player will be to our left if this value is negative. And then we can say if dx is less than 0, torque times equals -1. And then we apply the torque instead of a constant. And this actually should be the common case. Well, to consider this when reach an enemy who doesn't have rigid body RB. Like I was gonna say, like we still want to spin, have like the different spin direction if we're doing translation based versus physics based, but let's just get there when we get there, you know. Okay, they went the right way. What if I come from this direction? Oh, that time I accidentally jump attacked him. Cool, I think that already like looks and feels better. Maybe make his death take a little bit longer. I think that's more the problem than that speed. Maybe it is speed a little bit. But that's fine. We can call the chickens there. Let's add that to the rats. Well, let's just let's just is it as simple as adding this? He does have a rigid body, so this isn't going to be our example of so add it to both rats. It's definitely better. I feel like these guys' death animation is like death delay is too short. Oh, it's already on 0.6. I wonder if that's because are they playing an animation on death? Yes. So they're just shrinking into nothing before they actually have a chance to die. Oops, what did I just do? Undo that. Take a look at this animator. What do we see about replacing this with grow and shrink? And then we just set it's both the scales to 2:2, so it won't do anything. So it's only really cares about the grow on start and the shrink on death. And well, you just make this default instead, so it'll never actually get there. Let's see if that looks bad. I think it looks fine. Okay. It even looks slightly better because it's using easing. So we can get rid of this now, I think. And get rid of both of these. All he does is walk, which is fine. Yeah, I know, something... It still seems like they're not like... It seems like they're not moving enough. Or like spinning enough, I guess you could say. What if I make this like a huge number? Do I notice a difference? If I don't, then there must be some problem. Yeah, there's just not enough torque for some reason. I guess because they have angular drag or something? Or they have a gravity scale? I don't know. Take a look at the chicken. Did you not have any angular drag? Well, you did. But you didn't have a gravity scale. That's probably why. I mean, I was planning on doing this anyway, but yeah, let's add the ability to have a multiplier here. One by default. But then, so if we've got stuff like our rat here that's not spinning enough, we can increase it. Yeah, I like it. It definitely makes killing stuff feel so much better. I'm actually, I mean, like, obviously I set out today with the expectation that adding this would make it feel better, but I am actually surprised at how much better it feels with that addition. Take a look at our jumping route as well. Also give him a spin of 2. And a longer destruction delay. Let's see, is he also playing an animation on destruction? Yeah, get rid of that. He's using the same animator, so yeah. It wouldn't work anyway because we deleted those, but... just for cleanliness. Oh, interesting. These... for some reason these guys, oh, because they have an even greater gravity scale? Huh. Let's close this. Get some guys in here. Oh, they also need the grow and shrink thing. Oh, you know what? I bet it's just like the shrinking was hiding the... shrinking is probably hiding the... like the it's overspinning by the end. I don't know, they're still spinning way too much. I guess it's from the different gravity scale. Oops, didn't mean to spawn burrowers. don't know, it's pretty satisfying. It's weird, it's sometimes it's too much, but sometimes it isn't. I guess when they're falling for some reason. Is that also true for these other rats? Yeah, maybe we can try and get a little bit fancier here, where we then divide this by the gravity scale. Maybe we have to do that only in the case where they're not grounded. I don't know if those other guys have a concept of grounded. Yeah, that takes it down into nothing in this case. But it makes it look appropriate when they're falling. Okay. So yeah, next question. These other rats don't have a concept of grounded. Yeah, now the question becomes, do I really want to give them... I don't want to give them grounded just to... just to... spin appropriately. I guess what I can do is if they do already have grounded, check it. Get rid of this. Except in this case, we can say if grounded is not null, and then we're not grounded. Then we take our torque and divide it by our gravity scale. Oh wait, this isn't right. This is what we want. Why is it selling us smaller? That still looks fine. And they still look fine when they're on the ground. It even looks like pretty good. And I just missed them twice, so... No, they're still like losing their mind up there. Oh, we never got our grounded, so it's always going to be null, so we were never applying our adjustment. Yeah, it looks better. Yeah, it's not hitting perfect every time, but that's fine. lot of times it hits pretty good. And it's definitely better than them just shrinking. Yeah, those other rats are still like a little bit... You know, why do these that don't even jump, why do they have an increased gravity scale? What happens if I just put that back down to 1? I guess we can do two things here. We can check if that looks weird, like if the gravity scale is definitely there for a reason. And we can also check if... yeah, that's definitely floaty. And you know, in hindsight, it doesn't even seem like the gravity scale is the thing. You know, it just might just... Let's put that back to 2. It just might just be that it was a lucky coefficient in this case. Say not grounded supplier as like 0.4. Alright, I think we can move on from those guys. Let's leave the burrow guys for a second and do mosquitoes next. So I think these should just be simple, we can just add it. We're gonna, same deal, get rid of those extra animations. Instead use grow and shrink. Why did that Get rid of this. Okay. And then spin on death. And we shouldn't have to change the multiplier in theory. Are chickens also like that? I don't know. Maybe increase the base a little bit. It's weird that chickens seem fine enough. Oh, is it the death time thing? Yeah. Or at least that's a part of it. Okay, let's try the rats again. Da 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 da. Great, good stuff. Good stuff. Not sure if I like it for chicken, so it might be too fast. That's fine. And mosquitoes, also good. Mosquitoes can maybe even get, I think because they're slightly bigger, they can maybe get a slight multiplier there on the speed. Just check that, make sure that's cool. Yeah, still feels kind of slow. That's too much. I don't want them doing multiple cycles, I think, is the thing. Maybe it just needs to die a bit quicker. I'll do one last tweak and then we'll call the mosquitoes good. Go up to 1.75. Alright, spiders. Let's see if it's doing anything already. What is this spider death doing? Yeah, just scaling it down to 0. So you can go ahead and get rid of spider death, I think. Maybe spiders spawn as well. Yeah, just same deal. It's just relying on that growing shrink tech. Don't need that. So we can add it here. Set that grow and shrink to 1.5. And then spin on death. Sure. Let's see how that's. Oh, I guess we need to play animation on destruction. Should be in here somewhere. We want to delete. Okay. Spawning some spiders. Here they go. Da da da. I don't think that works. Why is that? Maybe it did. Yeah, I think it's just less clear with the spiders specifically because they're already spinning as a part of their attack. Yeah, but it is happening. Probably can give them a multiplier. Even more so. Okay, that's good. Now, I'm not sure if this also looks good for the burrower. Let's find out. I think it might, but there's a chance for these like guys on the ground that the burrow stuff will look less good. Oh my god, I'm just trying to find the enemy tab. Alright. Pop up there. Oh, I forgot, I want to increase the... Okay, so yeah, this guy isn't doing anything existing. I guess that's consistent with our expectation. Let's just try adding in the grow and shrink. Da-da-da, boom, da-da-da. And then spin on death. And let's go try killing one, see what it looks like. That did not do anything. Oh, you know what? I think we're... Yeah, these guys have no rigid body. So we're on to the translation example. So we should have a private float m translation rot speed for here. Say this is equal to base translation rot speed, say 10. Or we just saw it and it wasn't very much. Maybe say 20. That would be 20 angles, 20 degrees per second, which isn't very much at all. If we wanted to do a full 360-degree turn over something like, what is it? This is only 0.4, but if we upped it to like 0.7, if we do that divided by 0.7, it should be like 500. Still use your multiplier. Then we get rid of this. And then we use this. And this should be that. Oh, I guess we have to do the directionality thing, but let's just check that these numbers are okay. I mean, it looks kind of silly, but I don't know if I care. Maybe that's just fine. Maybe you don't want to shoot for 100, 360. Maybe we shoot for 180 as the base, so he like flips on his head. And then this other thing, the direction. Well, I guess first let me double check what the base direction is. Is it also left? Yeah. So we can just say will be player on right is equal to false. Let me do this. And we just say the player on right is equal to dx lesson. Yeah. And here you can just say if the player on right and then same deal here. Okay, so we hit him from that side, he goes to the left kinda. We need to hit him from the other side. I think we want to shoot for maybe a little bit more, maybe 270. Be like 385. Yeah, it looks fine, I think. Alright, now let's continue on to our mushrooms. Which are going to be in a similar boat. Let's see, do they... let's take a look at this. Okay, this spawn animation is actually... oh, it's the dude like coming up out of the thing. But I think... so we don't have to get rid of it. And there's nothing in the death anyway that would be fighting with our stuff. So yeah, we can just go ahead and add grow and shrink. And spin on death. That's the blue guy, but I think there's yeah, there's another guy over here. Missed him. I think his death time is, yeah, it's only 0.4. It's just a little bit too short. Let's just up that to 0.7. It's probably fine that way. And follow the same process for our other mushroom here. 0.7. Grow and shrink to 2.5. And spin on death. It looks okay, I think. Definitely not as good on the burrowing things compared to the flying things, and especially the rat, like the jumping rats. This like is, that shit is perfect. But you know, I think across the board it is an improvement. So cool. The last thing I wanted to do as like a part of this bucket of work, so I want to take a look at grow and shrink, since we've kind of I want to make sure. I feel like it's probably doing a bunch of unnecessary work here. You know what I mean? Like it's probably like doing the math to go between these two same numbers when it shouldn't have to. So I want to mark it as done, I think. If so, here we can say if m scale A minus m scale B dot square magnitude is less than like epsilon, well, just, you're done right away. And we have that same code here. Or if you're done growing on start, just say you're done. That way it'll skip unnecessary math. Looks like it's still doing it, so that didn't break anything. Oh wait, yes it did. It's not shrinking on death anymore. Am I even checking this thing anywhere? Okay, well, yeah, we only subscribe to the event in the first place if shrink on death is true. And then in shrink on death, we want to say I'm done is false. So if it gets marked as done, either, maybe we just wanted to do one grow and shrink. It's not even unique to this scenario. But if it's done for whatever reason, that guy should not have shot. Just going through all of the... Oh, bees. I forgot about bees. Because I guess bees already do this. But I still think I think we want to make them do it in a standard way. Like the same way that everything else is. So like get rid of a death animation if it exists and just rely on these components instead. So I think it's under wasp actually. No, it's not. E. Yeah, we're getting rid of this. And we're getting rid of this. And we replace it with, we probably get rid of the spawn as well. Let's double check that. Yeah. I guess a question I should add here is, replace is complete for the most part, but things were fading alpha before. Should that go into grow and shrink as an option? I think the answer is yes, so it's not going to be right now, even if the answer is yes. So you only idle, and you add grow and shrink to your 2-2 and spin on death. I notice when they get me, they don't do their thing. Maybe that's fine. I feel like that's fine. Okay. Alright, so we've started with that. Sorry, I just need to pee really quick. I'll be right back to finish our stuff. Okay. Uh, I'm not even sure about particle. I guess I can make like a quick understated like common effect. Um, and just give it to everything. I think that'll probably be upside. Let's see. So probably like a decent amount of speed, so it's like punchy. And relatively short lifetime. Should probably be like 0.7, the death lifetime. The average death lifetime or whatever. Size, we'll make it smaller by default, but we'll make it random as well. Okay. Start rotation, random. Um, More particles, just a little bit more. Shape, not a cone. We want a circle. I guess not a circle, what's the other one? A sphere? And then size over lifetime. Gotta open this in an editor at this point to mess with the curves and stuff. Get spin as well. Noise. And okay, I think the lifetime is just too long. Well, let's make the lifetime slightly variable, but we do still want to be around that death lifetime. It's also not looping. We just want one burst. Uh, and I do think it needs less lifetime. There's just no way around it. And with this short duration, it needs more emission. I'm gonna make the radius smaller to make it more towards the center of the thing. Random's fine. Oh, this is nice. It reduces the lifetime if it's going faster. I don't know if we need this. We just need a little bit less speed. Where are you, speed? Okay, yeah, I mean, it's pretty minor. Maybe pump it up just a little bit more. Other than that, I think we're good here. Yeah, it's probably too much. And it just destroys itself when it's done. Isn't there like a spawn on destroy? And we can set its color as well, which we're going to want to do, I think. Alright. Let's get rid of this for now. Call this enemy death PS. Need to make it as a prefab. Trying to think where that goes. Let's look at chicken. What the chicken is. Dang it, didn't do that. Click. Now go. Okay, now our enemies can go to effects. Under particles, I guess. Okay, now you can now delete it from the world. And then we go to our chicken as an example. And we do spawn on destroy. Use parent. Spawning. That's enemy. Oh my god, he's killing me. When I go off screen, I lose this window. And we set its color. Oh, we can set its sprite? Oh, as if we were spawning something else, which we're not. That's fine. Let's double check that that set PS color is working how we expect. Okay, yeah, it wants to use the same thing as the sprite render, so that's what we're doing. So let's try that on the chicken. It's like too understated, I think, in its current form. It's so annoying that the chickens immediately run away into the ground. I mean, it's something. It definitely feels a little bit better. And I don't think it should be dominating. But it needs to be slightly more. Alright, let's try that. Just increase in duration there. And I don't want it to spawn. Let's go to the chicken. I only want it to spawn if you get killed. I think the way to do that is to say required flag 100. That's the flag that's... Yeah, like wherever we have destroy on death, yeah, it sends flag 100. Do, 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 do. That's still sent for sure. Why is that? Did I change it? Yeah, I did. I guess under attack. It should be sending 0. Huh, let's see. Let's see. How did you see the call stack? It's not call hierarchy. Why have I lost that? Huh? Control Alt C? There we go. The flag is 0. Where am I local? Why am I have nothing? What happened? Locals. Visual Studio. Yeah, it should be 100. So what has happened here? Is the required flag not being cared about? This seems wrong. So I knew I did detect this might be a problem. So basically the event subscription happens at start, but then it's calling like begin destruction with flag to potentially override, like have a different flag. You know what we can do? We can just double early out. I don't see a problem with that. not great, and this is showing kind of design problems, trying to be overly clever with base classes and some inheritance and stuff, but it's fine. Now is not the time to fix that. What music is this? Delightful Specchio? Just making me want to play Donkey Kong 64. Oh, it's the music at the end of time when you fight the mage trainer guy. But it reminds me of Donkey Kong 64. Anyway, that early out we added should, I'm gonna write a note though. This is kind of a band-aid. Base subscribes at start based on flag matching. However, flag at actual destruction time might be different based on begin destruction with flag. Base class assumes subscription will take care of filtering, but that's a bad assumption since destruction flag can change. Alright. The hope of that change is now if we like ram into a guy, a chicken, it will no longer spawn its particles. And that is indeed what happened. Cool. Okay. So now let's just add that to the rest of the stuff. I think the problem is we can't rely on this, oh, I don't have it here. Oh, yes, I do. This isn't going to be enough, because Sharina is from Sprite. Because I think in some of these, it's going to be a white color because the color is just the tinting. But the true color is in the actual sprite itself. So you can change. We can have another thing here that's set spawn PS color to specific, and then just set that color here. Okay. Okay, and then here, say if set to specific, then we do else if here. These should be the same. What's wrong with this? No, that's not the name. Okay. So chicken is fine. Well, let's go to the chicken. It's the easy way to find our enemy folder. Okay. Next, you got this jumping rat who actually does set a tint color, so that's going to be fine too. It's like spawn on. I guess we want to go to our chicken and copy it because it's got most of the stuff we want. And we can just edit it slightly. Okay. We don't have to use parent for this one because it's just on the parent, so that's fine. Then we can go to mosquito next. Paste that. I guess in this case, we do want to put it on the graphics. We do want to use the parent, but it's a white, so we have to set the specific color here to the actual mosquito color. Set that pool, set PS color to specific. Which reminds me, on this guy, I don't think we actually had that pool set. Okay. Oh wait, that's right. Right? Yeah. Put it on this one as well. Use the parent destroyer, but we set it to a specific color, and that's going to be its like pinky color. Here, next guy. Same deal. Use his purpley color. Rat. You just keep it as the default white. Spider. We want to use the spider's brown color. Oh, actually, this should be on the graphics though. Which reminds me, do we put it on the graphics of the rat? We did. Okay. Wasp. Use its yellow. Burrower, we'll use like this brownish color. Alright, I think that's everything. So we'll just go through one at a time. Oh, I meant to take the rat. What the heck? It's fine. Yeah. So yeah, we just get a little bit of extra stuff. And the nice thing is, since they're all using the same base particle system, if I want to mess with that, if I want to edit it in the future with like value tweaking, we can do that. Wait, is this supposed to be... Aren't these supposed to be yellow? Why is that not working? Oh, you know what? I think because I changed the name, the other places where we set that are now broken. Let's go to World Money. Money World. God, I should have been more deliberate with my naming convention. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so where were we? Enemies, rat. Chicken. Other rat. One of those look weird. I think it's just if I'm getting them right as they spawn. which probably wouldn't happen in real life or in a actual game. I guess the only thing here is when it's kind of like fighting for screen space with the money. Got killed. When it's fighting for screen space with the money, it's kind of getting a little overridden too much. So let's just turn it up a little bit. Just, ooh, not that. Just crank all these parameters up a tiny bit. That should probably be enough. Yeah, you wouldn't. There's a chance you might not even notice it if it didn't know we're there. But it does just make that hit feel a little bit better. Okay. I think we can double check the time stop behavior, but I think by switching to grow and shrink for everything, we should now have consistent time stop behavior. I guess they're not spinning. You also not spinning? No, you do spin. You spin, but you don't shrink. Interesting, interesting. Let's get a bunch of stuff in here. And also give ourselves the best watch so it stops time for longer. Whoa, that crashed? Why? I don't know what the deal with this is. I assume just one of those components isn't present. But I don't want to review that right now. Why are those guys not? I think we need to get rid of destroyer pause listener on everything, maybe. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Cause like, I guess you could say like, well, what if you kill something and then you immediately hit pause? Do you really want the animation to keep playing? I think yeah, I don't care. I don't care. Well, it's as long as it doesn't fuck up the money spawning. We'll see if it does. And also, we disable listen to world pause on all this. Well, world pause. If it's just gonna be world pause, maybe that's fine. If it's already built in anyway, like, do we need to disable it? I think that's all the stuff we need to clean up. Let's see. Yeah, it still dies, still spawns money. Yeah, see, it dies, but the money spawn is delayed, so that's fine. Let's get some chickens in here. Pause. Why? He doesn't grow and shrink, though. On this chicken. Is that true with everybody? Are the rats shrinking? Ah, the rats aren't spinning. Interesting. Okay. So chickens not shrinking, rats not spinning. How about burrowers? I think they were shrinking and spinning. Mosquitoes. I think I'm gonna have to... I just can't tell if they're actually doing it. Okay, burrowers shrinking and spinning. Same with mosquitoes. So, rats not spinning, chickens not shrinking. Oh, I think it's physics pause listener, that's why. Do you have a... I have truly no idea why the chickens aren't spinning, but the rats, I think the physics pause listener is preventing them from, or why the chickens aren't. Wait. Actually, where's grow and shrink? Oh, I didn't. It looks like I actually didn't apply that same process to the chicken. I guess I did that after, like I decided that on the rats. So we're gonna move the chickens over to grow and shrink. There. Now they should shrink. And then the rats. Yeah, here. I think all we need to do is, I guess, two ways to do it. Actually, no, I already decided. We're going to do it. I was going to say you can do it either directly in the pause listener or you can do it in the spin. But the spin is already doing stuff like unlocking the rotation. So what we can do is physics pause listener. Before we add the spin, is there even like a way to unpause? I don't know if there is. Let me say public bool force pause bool be paused, and then on pause be paused. Oh, public void. I guess we should make sure we actually need to do this. So that's if be paused and get the pause state. So we're paused. If you want me to pause and the pause state is unpaused, then yeah, we'll go. Well, actually, we can just check for all the conditions and then just forward it if it meets either of them. This should just be a helper, though. Alright, so yeah, if you ask for like a pause and you're not in the state you asked for, then we'll forward the force call. Otherwise, we're gonna ignore it. Just who knows what unexpected weird things might happen. If we don't. Seems like it's nice to have that assumption maintained. But then over in our, not this, like spin. Okay, so we just need to make sure that our chickens now shrink and our rats now spin. Yep, they're shrinking. Oh wait, I didn't pause. Just want a bunch of stuff, so hopefully I can get both of them. Alright, pause. They're shrinking. I think they were spinning, but the pause might have just ended. Let's check again. Yeah, I think so. Yep. Alright. So we can call that there. I'm not going to move on to this spawner thing because it's like a separate thing and we're past 9. So yeah, I guess upside and downside you could say. Where on the one hand, we didn't get to all the tasks we set out for today. We got a little bit less done than we might have hoped. In my heart, I knew that was actually kind of somewhat expected just because this is my first, last week kind of didn't count. It was mostly playtesting and typing in OneNote. So this is really the first time in like 2 or 3 weeks that I've gotten into Devon proper. So, it's a bit of a rocky start back. But hopefully that'll be improved next week because I do have some time set out on the calendar for this week to get some offline work in and hopefully get more fully back into it. But I would say on the upside, especially if we can tune more of the spinning properties to get everything spinning like that jumping rat, like the work we did was more impactful than I expected it to be, if that makes sense. So yeah, less work got done, but the work turned out to be better than I hoped. It's like that's great. That's so much better than it was before. This really hits now like it did not before, which is great. We're looking for as much of those little juice things like that to make things feel more satisfying as possible. And so the fact that this added more juice than we expected is a great thing to see. All right. So yeah, I don't know exactly what we're gonna do next week. I think there are 2 possibilities, like I talked about at the beginning. We're either going to, assuming we add in the automated test framework core, like maybe we will add a bunch of automated tests. That's one possibility. Or the other possibility is we fix item bugs and do some item improvements. I think those are the 2 biggest things, because the rest of these visual things I'll probably get to offline. And like I said, audio stuff, it's just not a good stream thing, because what does it really consist of is me opening up this giant pile of sound effects and just like listening to dozens of them in a row and finding one I like, and then like the actual like technical aspect of playing that sound effect is nothing. It's pretty much all the work is in just digging through sound effects and finding one I like. So yeah, so some good, some bad for the first major dev stream back. Hopefully more good than bad in the future, but I guess we'll see. we're gonna keep pushing forward until this dang thing is done. And like we talked about last week, we sort of have the roadmap for what that looks like. Yeah, solid. I think solid progress towards that next goal of 0.3 today, and hopefully solid progress as I continue offline work throughout the week. So thanks for tuning in. You can check me out on all the social medias as Quiet Event Zen. I'm on Newgrounds, Itch, Twitter, all the YouTube as well. And the game is on Newgrounds and Itch. So check it out there. There's a link in this YouTube video description. You can see the link on my Twitter as well. Yeah, because if you try it out and leave some feedback, there's like pretty much 100% chance I'm going to read your feedback and consider it and probably act on it. So if you want the ability to influence how this turns out, give it a try and tell me what you think. But yeah, that's going to be it for me for tonight. Have a good night.